Digging deeper, the South Bend Community School Corporation and the National Education Association in South Bend are at an impasse when negotiating contracts.
16 News now spoke to school and union officials recently to hear what's keeping the two sides from coming together. Reporter Jack Springate joins us live in Studio B.
And Jack, what's keeping an agreement from happening at this point?
Well, we've heard from both the head of the teachers union and the South Bend school superintendent in the past 24 hours. And after digging through the details in the school corporation's latest proposal, more of the dispute seems to deal with where the dollars for teacher raises are coming from than anything else.
What portion of the referendum money are you dedicating to teacher raises? We finally got nothing.
The union representing South Bend teachers isn't entirely wrong, but that doesn't mean South Bend teachers aren't getting any raises. The school corporation's chief financial officer explained to me that there's an operational account and an educational account. The latter has the money to pay for raises. The educational fund is mostly state funding, and school districts are allowed to transfer a small portion of that into operations, allowing state funding to cover some operational costs. The referendum can only go into operations where it can't be used to pay or increase pay for employees. To work around this, South Bend Community Schools suggests they withhold some of the educational dollars that normally get transferred to operations, so they have educational funds to pay out raises. What's withheld from operations gets made up by the referendum. That's why Superintendent Dr. Todd Cummings told Tricia Sloma they didn't break their promise to provide raises to teachers in an interview on 16 News Now Wednesday morning.
There would be no teacher raises without the referendum. And so we're grateful for folks who voted yes. We're grateful for all the work of our teachers and our community folks. But without the referendum, we would be offering no teacher raises.
He says their contract proposal not only offers these raises, but also gives a little extra to certain teachers.
Teachers who had their base salary frozen and are between years 10 and 23, this offers a nearly $5,500 increase. We're doing what the community asked us to do, especially those teachers who were stuck in the middle.
I had an opportunity to speak with school corporation leaders today to follow up on some of those questions from Tricia's interview earlier, and I'm still waiting to hear back from the teachers union after we spoke to them last night. As soon as they get back to me, I'll update this story to include their response. But coming up at 6, I'll tell you exactly how these pay bumps will play out for teachers over the next 2 years. For now, I'll send it back to y'all.